A boy asks Elon Musk about Islam. What he says will warm your heart. The crowd was silent. All eyes were on the young boy standing in front of Elon Musk. He looked no older than 12, his small hands gripping the microphone tightly. His voice was steady, but there was something in his eyes, something raw, something searching. "Mr. Musk," he began, pausing for a breath. "What do you think about Islam?" The room tensed. Some in the audience leaned forward, waiting. Others exchanged glances. A few cameras zoomed in, ready to capture every second of what was about to happen. Elon Musk, seated on the stage, tilted his head slightly. His fingers tapped against the armrest of his chair as he considered the question. No one expected what he would say next. But when he finally spoke, his answer sent shockwaves through the room. For a moment, Elon Musk didn't say anything. The tension in the air was almost visible. Some people shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Others held their breath, waiting. The boy stood firm, eyes locked onto Musk, as if searching for something deeper than just an answer. Then Musk leaned forward slightly. His expression was unreadable, curious, thoughtful. "That's a very interesting question," he finally said. His voice was calm, measured. "But before I answer, why do you ask?" The boy hesitated. He looked down at his shoes, then back up. "Because I feel like a lot of people misunderstand Islam," he said quietly. "And I want to know what you think." A murmur spread through the audience. A few eyebrows raised. Some nodded in understanding. This wasn't just a simple question. It was a question about perception, belief, and truth. And everyone wanted to know what Musk would say next. Elon Musk's unexpected response. Elon Musk studied the boy for a moment. The weight of the question wasn't lost on him. He could have given a simple diplomatic answer, but something about the boy's sincerity made him pause. He leaned back in his chair, eyes scanning the audience. Then he spoke. "You know, I've always been fascinated by the big questions in life. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What lies beyond what we can see?" The room was silent. And if you look at history, some of the greatest minds, scientists, philosophers, leaders have wrestled with these same questions. Many of them found their answers in faith. The boy nodded, hanging on to every word. Musk continued. "I'm not a religious scholar, but I do know this. Islam has contributed a lot to the world, from mathematics to astronomy, medicine, engineering. Even the concept of the scientific method was developed by Muslim scholars." A few people in the audience looked surprised. They hadn't expected him to bring up history. Al-Khwarizmi, Ibn Sina, Al-Hazen. These were some of the greatest thinkers. Without them, the world wouldn't be what it is today. And that's something people don't talk about enough. The boy's eyes widened. He hadn't expected this answer. Neither had the audience. But Musk wasn't finished. A perspective that no one expected. Elon Musk shifted in his seat, glancing briefly at the cameras before turning his focus back to the boy. "But beyond history, beyond science, I think what really matters is the core message behind any belief system," he said. He paused, letting his words settle. "And when you look at Islam, not through headlines, not through stereotypes, but at its essence, you see something interesting." People in the crowd leaned in. Some nodded, others looked intrigued. "Islam talks a lot about curiosity, about seeking knowledge," Musk continued. "The very first word revealed in the Quran was read. Think about that. The first command wasn't to fight, to conquer, to obey blindly. It was to learn, to seek understanding." The boy's lips parted slightly. He had never expected Elon Musk, of all people, to say this. "And that's something I respect," Musk went on. "I may not follow any specific religion, but I believe in asking questions. I believe in seeking truth. And from what I've seen, that's a big part of Islam too." A deep silence filled the room. Some people were nodding, others exchanged glances. The boy's hands gripped the microphone a little tighter. He took a breath, as if about to say something. But before he could, Musk added something that made the entire audience sit up. Elon Musk's final words left the audience Stunned, Elon Musk looked directly at the boy, his voice steady, thoughtful. "You asked me what I think about Islam," he said. "Well, I think any belief system that encourages people to ask questions, to seek knowledge, and to treat others with kindness is worth respecting." The room was silent. "But here's something even more important," Musk continued. "No matter what you believe, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, science, or even nothing at all, the real question is, are you living your life in a way that makes the world better?" A few murmurs rippled through the audience. People glanced at one another. Some nodded in quiet agreement. Musk leaned forward slightly. "See, I think people waste too much time arguing over differences," he said, "when in reality we all want the same things. We want to understand the universe, we want to love and be loved, we want to do something meaningful before we leave this planet." The boy was still, his expression unreadable. Then after a long pause, he spoke. "So, you don't think Islam is bad?" Musk let out a small chuckle. "Kid," he said, "I think people are good or bad, not religions. It all depends on what's in your heart." The boy's eyes glistened. He gave a small, almost imperceptible nod. The audience was no longer silent. Some people clapped, others wiped their eyes. And just like that, the moment ended. But the impact, that would last much longer.